Well, here's the bigger shift. For years, global companies build their supply chain around one idea. China is where you manufacture. Cheap, maybe efficient, a lot of scale, but that model is under pressure now. Tariffs, geopolitical tension, and supply chain disruption. They are facing multinational companies to ask one uncomfortable question. What happens if producing in one country suddenly becomes too expensive for them? And that is where India enters the picture. Some Chinese origin electronics, hardware, and industrial components can face extremely high US tariff rate, depending on the product and classification here. In some cases, the active burden, it can reach extraordinary levels. Now imagine a company importing components worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Suddenly the tariff, it is not a small administrative cost. It can become a giant hole in the company's budget. So the boardroom conversation, it completely changes. The question is no longer where is the cheapest factory. The question becomes where can we build a resilient supply chain? And here they just have one answer after China, India. That's right, India is increasingly becoming part of that answer here. And this story, it is bigger than factories because India is not only offering manufacturing capacity here, it is offering something global companies desperately need: people. Yes, our population is now our strength. Engineers, software developers, AI specialists, cybersecurity professionals, product managers, financial analysts, supply chain experts, and increasingly senior corporate leadership. Well, this is why India's Global Capabilities Centers, GCC, the story, it is so important. The old image of an Indian offshore center, it was simple. Back office work, IT support, customer service, routine operations. That image is now changing. Ladies and gentlemen, today a GCC can be responsible for artificial intelligence, product engineering, cyber security, semiconductor design, cloud infrastructure, financial strategy, and research and development. In other words, the brain of the company can increasingly sit in India. And that is a massive structural shift. The GCC industry is being projected towards a scale of about $60 billion, while companies are also moving beyond traditional hubs such as Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Pune. Well, Tier 2 cities are increasingly entering the whole conversation. Name it: Coimbatore, Vadodara, Visakhapatnam. Now, why? Because companies want talent without paying the biggest and highest possible real estate cost. And this is where India, the whole story becomes particularly interesting for professionals that are in the United States today. Can you imagine an Indian origin technical manager sitting in California today? The company tells them, we are reconstructing. Previously, that could mean another US job. Now, there would be another option, a global leadership role here based in India. Same company, same global client, same project, but a different location, a cheaper location than the United States. Well, this is what makes the whole current transformation so significant. India is not simply becoming the place where companies outsource the work. India is becoming the place where companies, well, they build the capability. And yes, that changes the nature of opportunity. The question for Indian professionals abroad may no longer be, how can I stay in America? It could increasingly become, where is the next global leadership opportunity that is being created?